Yeah, that's fine. I'm liking this. 6. So, Hydro, I think. Because Hydro is the heals. Although I do have... No, it doesn't matter. Hydro. Yeah. Yeah, we'll keep our points so we can get Iroh next time. And then we'll start working on something else. Because I'm pretty sure they cap at... Okay, what now? What do I want to do with her? Do I go Pyro or Geo for now? I think if I go Geo, I can get the weather thing as a talent. Next time we get a talent, could be useful. Let's go Geo. Next time we'll go Pyro. Cool. What did I want to do with you? I had you a second ago. Oh, these are novices. Yeah, this still won't help. You need to put all that good stuff back in there. Okay. 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 Do they have the same story character in this one that you can recruit? No. It's very different. So, first of all, the characters that you get are not blank slates like they are on the sequel. So the sequel allows you to mold them however you like. Like they'll literally tell you, like, when you recruit them, right? Like, oh, I'm good at this, but I can do whatever. And if you select whatever, then they'll get the gear and the early skills and everything kind of built in for whatever you selected. This one, there's 4 companions you can recruit, and they're all already pre-assigned. So you can still take him into whatever direction you want whenever you level up and stuff, but you'll be at a disadvantage because they already have a few points attributed to one path. So if I want to turn, like, the character that's supposed to be a tank into a mage, it's going to take a little bit of... she won't be as good a mage as the companion that is supposed to be a spellcaster, for example. So... And when you start the game, you also start with 2 characters by default. Like the game starts, even if you're solo, you still have to create 2 characters, which I did. So these are my 2 characters. So basically, I made one that's named like Van, and the other one's named like me. So what I did is I looked up online ahead of time which were the companions that you could recruit and what were their kind of path that they were set in. And what I did is I just pre-decided which one I would take, and then the other ones. That way I knew what kind of characters I could create to kind of patch the holes in my strats and stuff. Yeah. So what I did is I pre-decided that I would take the healer and the tank. So that way I knew that I needed like an actual mage, and I decided to go with Ranger for myself. So now we have like a bunch of range attackers and a tank, which has been working great so far. Also, we have summons. Like Van's character's got summons because of Geo, right? So she gets a spider and a wolf, and I took witchcraft, which gives me skeletons. So I have summons. She's got summons. Worst case scenario, we can always use scrolls as well, which some of them are summons, and then the rest of the characters are kind of. No, there's no personality. Well, I mean, the companions already have their own kind of story, right? But it's very light. Like it's nowhere near the depths of the second game. Like they won't go and talk to NPCs on their own accord and have a conversation that you can't hear and stuff like that. Like it's not like that at all. In fact, most NPCs will, like, if you talk with them with a companion, they'll literally be like, I don't want to talk to you, like, you're not even the leader of your group or whatever, and then you have to talk to them with your main dude. You can do multiplayer, yes. Yeah, she could totally just walk in and we could turn this into a multiplayer game. Yeah. So you can play the first one multiplayer, but when you create a character, you don't select a personality, you don't select a background story, you don't select anything. You don't even select a race. In this game, everybody is basically human. The elves are nothing like the elves of the sequel. There's no undead characters that you can play or interact with. They're mostly, well, I mean, some of them are, but like they're not like the undeads from. They don't take faces and stuff like the sequel. The elves don't eat people. It's really like it seems like in this story is 1,000 years before the story of 2. So basically, this one was more like a kind of like them kind of creating a world and stuff like that, and then just like an engine and just put characters in and just like kind of patched in a story, but it has nothing or almost nothing to do with the sequel. The sequel is very much so its own thing, which makes me think that since the game is a lot more richer in the lore in the sequel, I think that the third game is probably going to be a lot closer in time and or setting and with the same kind of rule set with the races and stuff from 2 than it is from 1. One's like their first attempt at trying like a huge sprawling world. It functions the same way mostly though. Like you move stuff around in the world, you can teleport things around, you can teleport yourself on ledges and stuff. But it's a bit annoying because like my tank, for example, if I want to teleport the entire party on top of a, I don't know, like a brick wall or something, because the teleport RNG takes damage, she doesn't like it. And I've tried it. I'm one time away from her taking damage because of a teleport that she just leaves the group permanently. So it's kind of like, okay, well, I can't like. There's not like. Thankfully, the game is not as vertical as the sequel. The sequel is very vertical, and apparently Baldur's Gate 3 is going to be super vertical, like even more so than 2. But yeah. Also, combat is very different too. Combat in this one, there's no physical armor or magic armor when you want to target people's HP pools or apply debuffs. It's literally just based on. It's almost like a regular Dungeons and Dragons setting, where like if you stack armor stat, you just take less damage when somebody whacks you in the face, but there's no like there's not like an armor value that goes down the more you're being smashed around. And like to be able to avoid getting debuffs like burning and stuff like that, it's just based on 2 stats. It's based off of willpower or bodybuilding, depending on what you decide to put points in whenever you level up. That's all there is. So there's no like going through the entire magic pool of someone to make them burning or whatever. Like it's literally you put them on fire. That's it. And there's a chance that it doesn't work based on the enemy's willpower value or bodybuilding value. So it's quite different, but I like it anyway. But I'm also excited to see what to play the sequel actually, because I played the sequel like the start of the sequel, like the first fort, but that's it. I didn't go further. So I'm excited to see what happens when you go further in. Story-wise, I mean. I don't even know what this is. I don't know what this location is.
This entire place is splattered in blood.
Oh my god, dude. Look at this guy.
The void is coming for me.
Away with you, damned Reaper! Take your scythe to grain, not my soul!
Oh, bro. What happened to you, man?
The bane of all life-loving souls. Maniacs and their gods.
No, I never did, no. In fact, not even close. I literally got out of the fort, walked a little bit further, and then stopped there. Because another game came out and I kind of went off and streamed that instead. But this time around, when I do get to it, I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to play it through. I've been playing a lot of these kind of games lately. I did Baldur's Gate 1 not too long ago. And then as soon as I was done, I would jump into this. And I do want to play Wasteland 2 as well.
The humans, they wanted Lord Boreas's great starstone, so they fashioned him a staff, the elemental staff. It makes him king, for it dethroned his brothers.
Oh, God. Okay. Oh, you did? Awesome.
So glad was he with power. Yet another bane, that we were given to the humans and their knives. Stone of stars, stone of blood, accursed be.
Oh, God, dude. What can you tell me about Boreas?
In his castle, in the dungeon, the fortress we built him.
All he longs for is eternal winter. A season of pain and imprisonment everlasting.
Okay, well, I gotta leave you, bro. I'm sorry.
Fear not like I must.
Away, damned reaper, away!
Oh, bro. Sucks, man. A carrot. Okay. A pizza? What? You had like a fully like warm pizza. Look at this. That's hilarious. That's an ingredient. I'm gonna give it to you. Fish is also technically an ingredient. Half pike, that's... You take this. Oh, I canceled it. Nah. No. It's more damage, but it's water damage, which is useless here. But also, it's... I lose a leadership skill. So nah. I don't want none of these. As you can tell too, the menus and everything are different. Like even the inventories are different. I prefer the inventory in 2, where like you have like one big pane, and you have like literally every single character's inventory in one screen. That's super useful. We don't get that in this one. I have to like manually kind of go around and click on things and. Okay, so we do have crafting 4 now, which should be enough. Should be enough that we can. If I have nails, dude, tell me I have nails. Yeah, I do. Okay. Okay, hold on. My boots, her boots, and his boots. Okay. Oh, I need 5? Oh, man. I thought I needed 4. Okay, well, we can't do that yet, then. That's unfortunate. Oh. What? Okay. Man, this is intense here, dude. Look at carnage.
Soon enough, my immaculates. Your conduit will raise you to divine heights. This bloodstone has an ingress between fates, our link to the next stage of being. Never mind the last of them. The stone will suffice. I believe we...
Dude, Leandra, she's right there.
Power is incompatible.
Okay, hold on. I gotta place my group.
I suppose suppose we can't be surprised, can we?
Save.
Madness befits the feeble-minded. Ah, Source Hunter. I had so hoped to avoid meeting you here. But perhaps we were bound to face one another. Your kind have long interfered with mine, after all. You must think me quite the villain, mustn't you? The things you've seen. Without the proper context, I can imagine it's all quite shocking. Horrific, even. And I suppose you must have pictured me, some bloodthirsty madwoman, intent on what, I wonder? Power? Gold? Chaos for its own wild sake?
I mean, you're still a bloodthirsty madwoman. That doesn't change anything.
The truth is rather less simple than the imagination would conceive.
So many hymns have been slaughtered at your command. So many innocent lives lost.
Surely, the sight of a bit of blood doesn't turn your
I love
stomach,
this music, by the
Source
way.
Hunter. No, I imagine you've become more than accustomed to such things. If only my dear Immaculates took the same approach to our great work. But it seems all too often that only the most vicious of them rise up to the required tasks. All the same, these deaths were necessary. Soon enough, the pain they suffered, and pain you have suffered, Source Hunter, will be washed away, cleansed. This is my promise to all of Rivellon.
What could be the point of this death and destruction possibly be?
Death. I've nearly forgotten the meaning of the word, what it means to most. But I am no monster, Source Hunter. Like you, I have seen the living snatched so senselessly from this world, and I have mourned. But I have also discovered that weeping was senseless. Like infants, we squall, clinging to a day that is not ours to keep. Now that I know the truth, I am free. What you see as slaughter is in fact a dispassionate process. I take no more pleasure in this so-called destruction than a wave takes in the flood. What I do must be. I wish you could understand.
What use have you of bloodstones?
You know as well as I the enlightening capacity of these stones, Source Hunter. I've heard tell that you've been zapping the life from precious star stones, and that you are bolstered by the power within them. Your experiences are unique in all of Rivellon's history, but you are hardly the only player in this story. As Starstone enlightens you, its child, Bloodstone, enlightens something of my own creation.
The Immaculates call you the conduit of the goddess. Which goddess would demand such barbarism?
Barbarism. Quite a chauvinistic term to apply to something one hardly comprehends, isn't it? But I will concede, the power I intend to bring to bear upon Rivellon is no more divine than your boot. We are free agents, Source Hunter, all of us, and we owe no higher power our blood or our flesh. I have posed as a priest in service of a truth greater than any goddess could hope to be.
The Void Dragon, are you the one compelling it closer?
So you have seen it? Yes, it's as I thought. You and I have more in common than you think. You know as well as I that the Void is coming. In fact, if I'm very precise, it's already here. But you needn't be afraid. The Void is ourselves. We are destined to rejoin it.
What sort of creation do you mean?
Tut-tut, Source Hunter. You and I both know I could hardly trust you with such information. Though if you continue stomping around in my wake, you're sure to understand soon enough.
I'll not see another innocent lost to your campaign of death. This ends now.
And here I believed I was starting to reach you. My foolish optimism bears yet another disappointment. But I do believe we agree on one particular point, Source Hunter. This does indeed end now.
Am I fighting her?
Ones, your conduit calls to your ultimate purpose. Heed the Void's call. Offer your souls to the demons that beckon you. Charming of Astarte to send her scouts upon me, but no matter. The Bloodstone is mine, and the witch cannot be saved.
She did the Bloodstone. Shit. Okay, stunning failed. It's no good. Okay, move backwards.
Ram it, speed.
Good. Oh, come on, you can't... Let's go with that one.
Burn for me. Quickly now.
Move backwards.
You can't hide in the shadows, worm.
Good. Okay, she's bleeding. I can fix that. That's fine. Aston, really. Raged. Not good. Not good at all. To move a little bit closer. Can't see. Really? Can't see. Shit. Wait it up. Backwards. That's okay, bro. I don't give a shit if you damage him. They're removing each other's like debuffs, but it doesn't matter. You're so dead, dude. Cursed. Yeah, whatever. Whatever, bro. It's a spider. Who gives a shit? Poisoned. It's good. It's a really good round. Good job, dude. Good job. One of them is down. 100%. I think it's time. Let's go, boy. Yeah, let's go around, man. Oh, just, dude. Hold on. 0, 0, 0, 0. Yes. Oh. Maybe I gotta lease this. Yes. Ooh. That is like nothing.